Hello, and welcome to a new series that I have been wanting to do for quite a while, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. But first off, I am Snellen. I'm from Norway, so if my English is a little bit meh, that's why. So sorry for that. I'll do my very best for you new people. But I wanted to start a DAS series for a while now, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. So I just been busy with other stuff. But now here we are. So I'm finally doing it. So this, as you can see here, this is some of my work that I've been doing. So I'm not a newbie to this. I have been doing it for a few years. So I know my stuff, to say like that. But if you want to check it out, there I have published a few of my work on Deviantart and Artstation and on the DAS main site and whatnot. So I will leave a link to that in the description, so you can check it out if you like. And also, if you like to check out all the other videos that I have made on my channel, always, if you like to, I'm just mentioning it. And if at the same time, just subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, just to help out the channel, all that kind of stuff, I always appreciate that. But that's all up to you. I just had to get that out of the way. But anyway, the plan today is to start to work on a render, and we want to start from scratch with a blank screen with nothing and work our way till we have a ready to render have a work so that is ready to render out. So I'm going to guide you through everything from start to finish. So that's the plan here. So let's not waste any more time and let's just jump right into DAS Studio, and I will see you folks there. All right, we are here. We have a empty screen here with nothing in it. I haven't done anything yet, so I just opened the DAS Studio, and here we are starting from scratch with absolutely nothing. And we will, as I said, start from nothing and work our way up till we have a fully ready scene ready to be rendered out. And we will of course render it out and we'll see the results. So I have a plan in my head. I have a setup or a scene that I'm gonna work on, so hopefully it will work out the way I have planned in my head. Oh, there's a fly bugging the beep out of me. But yeah, so I have no idea how it will work out, if I do any mistakes and come across some troubles and whatnot, but we will deal with that once we get there. You know what I mean. But anyway, so yeah, that's the plan here. So what I wanted to do first is to start by popping in a character into this scene here. So we're gonna start with that, working on the character first, and then get the character ready with clothing and shaping it. Not shaping, but with using the morphs and all the necessary adjustments that I need to make, and pose her. It's her. And pose her and get clothing and expression and all that kind of stuff, and then we will load in the scene, and all that kind of stuff. So we will take one step at a time. So I will just load in the character first, and boom, like that, in a flash we have a character. I just added some some underwear or bikini if you will, just because, you know, YouTube doesn't like private areas, you know, that kind of stuff. So I have to be, keep that in mind. So that's why I added. I'm not going to use those. It's just temporary, just because I'm going to hide stuff, you know, censor it. But anyway, enough about that. But yeah, for me it took a few seconds to load it in, but for you it took a little flash because magic, like Mr. Bean says. But anyway, now I'm just joking around here. But anyway, this is the character that we are starting off with. It's I really like this character. It has a lot of stuff that comes with it. It's Agma HD, and it's this character right here that you can see. So I really like it. Right now it's actually 30% off, so that's pretty cool. It has a lot of stuff like makeup options, and you can pause it and read it if you like, a lot of stuff. And it has a tattooed version as well. So it's a great character. So that's what we are working with today. Agma HD. And first off, I want to give her some. I'm just gonna sit up in a better position. First off, before we do anything at all, I'm gonna have a sip of coffee before it gets cold. Before we start, grab a cup of coffee, grab a soda, something to food, some foods, some snacks or whatever, and sit back and relax, I should say. But anyway, first off, I'm gonna add some eyebrows because it looks so weird without it. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. And let's see, I'm just gonna find it first. And it has Agma, the Agma eyebrows becomes withered. You will find that in the, as you can see there, in the anatomy category. So if you're wondering why isn't there any eyebrows, but you'll find it here. And there's some material stuff, you can color it, but we're not going to use, or are we? I think I'm going to use them. I was planning to use some other ones, but I think I'm gonna go with that. So let's see. I'm gonna try with slightly brown. Alright. Just gonna give it some time to load in. I'm gonna give it a color. I want to give it a slightly brownish color maybe. So I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna get over closer. I'm going to eye review. There you go. So now let's see. Change the color. From a little bit of distance. I think that's great. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna go with that. So just to get that out of the way, and then we will shape her up a little bit. So I'm gonna give her some let's see, muscles, fit. I'm just typing it here. And one important part when you're typing here, just I have done that mistake of a couple of times. Let's see, type here. If you type and you have, for some reason you click here and you some reason you do that, boom, that happens. You can't type, so you gotta click and gently leave the hand off the mouse and keep it there. Then you can write, so you don't mess. If you have a camera in and you all of a sudden you do that, you will mess things up. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. So there's nothing to it, just slightly down and it goes away. So type in fitness and we're gonna go with let's go with let's say not too much, 45 just, I think. $45-ish. Then we're gonna go with muscles, US. Arms, not gonna go too much. No, not too crazy. Let's say 40. And calves, I'm gonna go with 35-ish. If you see, not too crazy. I'm not gonna overdo it. And you can see the arms. Reset. 40. And thighs, we're gonna give it it has some muscles there, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more of that. Let's first go with 50. See how that looks? Maybe 60. Go a little bit crazy here. And then back muscles. Let's say go with 35 first. A little bit more. 38. That should be good. And then abs. Let's go with belly. Six pack. Give it a little bit of muscles there. We're gonna go with 50 first. What if I do? Oh, that's the wrong one. Sorry. There we go. That's it. Just like that. No, just joking around. But six pack. Let's say 50 first. If we go all the way. 58. Incoming. Sorry. It's the pollen. I'm suffering from grass pollen, so it's that season now. So sorry for if I'm sneezing and a little bit meh. That's the reason why. My voice is a little bit cracked because of pollen. But what else? Maybe the milk bags, I should say. We need to do something here. There is no, it messes up. And one thing, if you're gonna, one tip for you guys is that if you're gonna scroll around like that and you are like here, for example, it will that will just you can yeah, it will be, instead of doing that all the time and scrolling and phone positioning it, just click on it like that, for example that, and then you click that button right here and it will lock onto that area, and then you can just do it like that, and you can even go like that, and we will hold that position and it will make it a lot easier. Or if you just go to character, you can just go character, boom, you can zoom in, and you have locked onto your character. Just a tip there, but we're gonna go with there. I always like to go from left to right like this. Let's click the character and put like so. Let's go with 30. Not too much. I think that's good enough. And I want to have it a little bit of slope to it. So let's type in slope. Downward slope. Let's see. Let's go with 50%. And then a little perky. When I do this, I'm gonna first test it out and see if it's shows anything, or I can show it on YouTube. So I'm gonna test it out first. Yeah, it's fine. So I don't have to worry. So I'm gonna go with, let's say, 50 maybe. A little bit less. 45. 40. Not too much. Like so. I think I'm happy with that. And then we're gonna go with the chair pillows, I should say. But yeah. Let's see, 25 maybe. Like so. Something like that. I think I'm not gonna go too crazy on that. So I think we are about ready there for the shaping or adjustments. So I think I am happy with that. I think I'm pleased. So, you see, it's gonna look a little bit you know, because I have an idea. So now I will put on a piece of clothing, or an outfit I should say. So just a moment. Let me just find it for you. And boom, there you go. There's our outfit. I'm keeping the underwear on. I'm gonna remove it once it's safe, I should say. So that's what we are working with. Harley Quinn, making of Harley Quinn. So that's my plan here. So I did try. I have another outfit. I did try. That's a free one, an outfit, but I didn't like it quite much. I did test it. I have tested out before, because as you saw in the start here, I have made a few renders of her before. So I have used it before, so I kind of know it. So I have tested out the other outfit that I have, but it doesn't. I didn't like it that much, so but this is much better. So yeah, so now we will get I was just thinking here, a piece of gloves actually. So let me just find them. I'm gonna go with the and one thing that is important to notice, it's well, left and right. It's kind of, when you see it from this angle, it's kind of opposite. This, the left is right and the right is left. So if you're gonna choose this side, this hand for example, you have to choose the right one. And when I say right one, I don't mean the correct one. I mean högra på norsk. You know, I'm just joking. But anyway, let's choose the right one. And we pop on to the left one. And that, I'm gonna give it the color of blue. Like so. And then I'm gonna take the left hand, or the what is actually right, and but first I'm gonna go with that. Drawing gloves are then like so. I'm gonna go with, I did a mistake there. So I'm gonna go with the hand first, and then that. I did have to do it one more time. There, click it, half fingers, like so, and then I can go with the color, which is blue. And then we have to adjust it a little bit. I kind of messed up, but I will adjust that. What is? My hands are a little bit messy. I will just see here. If it messes up like that, once you have posted and you're ready, you can just click on the skin like so, right hand, and you can just hide it, and it will remove it. Right hand, boom, it will remove it. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do that once I am done with that part. So now you know. So don't worry about that. But I'm just gonna get the hand on, the glove on, like so, and then we're gonna go with the left, the other one, because this set of gloves have right and left hands, and you can choose between fingers and not fingers, I should say. So we're gonna go with the left, half finger, left, boom. And that. One, and boom. There you go. So I'm gonna go with this one. Bump it up a notch. Like so, and the glove. Click 5 times on each. So there you go. We have a left and right glove in each color. So I'm gonna use the theme here, and then I'm gonna give her some thing on her head, which is called hair. and makeup. So let's see. I'm just gonna find it here. Boom, that's I didn't know there was eyelashes added, and then the hair. Boom, and then makeup. Boom. There we go. It's gonna. I like that look because it's gonna look a little bit messy, like she has been out on a mission and such, and it looks a little bit messed up. That's the deal here, but I'm not done with that. I'm gonna give her some more details about that, so she will look like she has been out on a fight and are coming home to her dungeon or hideout space, and she'll. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working with here. So there you go. Now we have her in clothing and hair and makeup. So I think I am happy with that. I have a weapon thing in plan, and then I'm not sure if I'm gonna give her the a gun or something else. I will see. I'm gonna think about it a little bit, and then I'm gonna give her a good pose. I'm just gonna find a pose here. I have a set of poses. I'm just gonna scroll through them to find a good one. Alright, I have a pose here, so let's do the magic. And boom, like there. Let's gonna see. I'm not happy with that. I'm gonna find another one. Just a second. There we go. I think I'm happy with that one. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna adjust a little bit on the hand here because, as you can see, she's digging into her. And that's one thing I can show you that later. Never mind. I'm just gonna click the arm, up arm. Then I'm gonna. That's not the one. Like so. Adjust the hand a little tiny bit. Twist it a little bit. Like so. And then I'm gonna use the power post. That's a good tool. I highly recommend you to start using that. It's very easy. Instead of just clicking on each finger and adjusting them that way, it's such a hassle. But to find that one, you just click here on window and then pane, and somewhere in the middle, like here, is the power bus. And then you click it and it will pop out here, and then you just I can show you. Close pane, like so. Click here, pane, and power pose, like here. Click it, and it will pop up. Usually, if you haven't used it, it will pop up in the middle here, like so. And then you just click here to get that arrow there, and just move it over here, and it will lock on to that part. So there you go, and that is a pretty simple thing to use. You can, like so, move it like that, and you can move each finger like so. Pretty great. I like that. I use that a lot. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit up, and you can move each finger just to get them as close as possible without touching, because if you touch the skin, it will poke through. Middle finger. All about fine tuning. And I think I am happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Now we can start working on all the parts that are sticking out, like this part. I'm gonna give her an expression first. So we got everything ready, and that's the last thing we do about the posing. That's removing all the stuff that you don't need. Just once you're ready with the pose, that's when you do that. All like a thing poking through and all that kind of stuff. So we'll do that. Let's see if I find a good pose here, or expression. And boom, like that. I have one right there. I'm just gonna close some of my open stuff, and then we're gonna give her a little bit of smile. Let's say 20%. Start with that and see. I'm gonna a little bit of left. If you go too much, if you go too crazy with that, just a tiny little bit, it would look weird. It would, if you go too crazy there, it will look like she's suffering a stroke or something. So be aware of that. But I'm just gonna go, let's say 30, maybe even more, 50, something like that. Looks, she's gonna look a little bit cheeky, like so. I think I'm happy with that. I think we are done with the expression. Maybe she could blink or something, but I'm happy with that. But now I'm gonna start working on removing all the parts that are poking through. You could just click on the outfit, like where is it, like so, and just scale it up like so. But that's just, it doesn't look good in some cases, so I'm not gonna do that. So what you do is just all the parts that are poking through, you just click it and there, and you just hide it like so. Pretty simple, right? And then click on the finger here, lock it on, so it's much easier to work on. And I'm gonna do the same thing with all those poking through, and I will catch up to you guys once I have done so. And there you go, that's the first hand, and I think I am happy with that. Don't worry about that part. We can always fix that in post work, so don't worry about that. And now next one, next hand, like so. I think I'm happy with that. I was thinking about that's poke through it, but I think that's just maybe that's just the shaping of the glove, because it's just the same on the other side. So I think I'm happy with that. And here's some poke through on the arm here. I'm gonna remove that as well. There, boom. That's just a bra, so don't worry about that. And I think I am happy there, if I don't see anything else. If there's some minor poke through it, you can just move it after, and when I in the post work stuff. So there you go. So now I will add some other stuff to her. I will add some coffee to my mouth first. It's a little bit sad because this is my last day of the vacation. I have been having 4 weeks of summer vacation, so it's the last day. On Monday I am starting work again, so a little bit boring. But it's gonna be a little good at the same time to set up again and getting back to normal again. So that's gonna be a little bit good. But anyway, enough about that. Now I got a little lost. What was I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go to shady preset. I have a thing that I just bought, a pretty great one. No, that's not the right one. I'm just gonna open up this one. FSL ragged fabric array. So that's a good one. You can add some dirt and all that kind of stuff to the clothing and skin. So that's very good to use. There you go, it went quite quickly. So there you go, you see we added a little bit of dirt to it. And then the upper one. There you go. And then I'm gonna add some let's see. Add some holes in the suit like she has been on a real fight. And then I'm gonna do that to the lower one. Boom, like so. Looks like she has been on a real fight. So that's pretty cool. It looks a little bit weird now, but it will look better once I review. So and then I'm gonna give her some blood to her skin actually, and that's the one that takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna go with that and I'm gonna click and I will boom and boom. Oh boy, look at that. She looks messed up. Holy moly. But it doesn't look as bad as it looks right here. Once you get in an eye review, it will look a little bit different. Like so. There we go. If you want more of it, you can just click the same thing again and it will add a little bit more to it. And then you can see, you can see the dirt and the holes in the suit like she has been on a real fight. So that's pretty cool. So I'm happy with that, how it looks. But I'm thinking about clicking one more time on the blood thing, but it's fine. But now, I think we are about ready to load in the scene. So I'm just gonna find it right here and ready scene. Boom and boom, like so. There it is. The first thing I'm gonna do is to remove the cameras. I don't want them. They're just in the way. I'm gonna make my own camera, and I think I'm gonna have her pose like she has been coming down from the stairs, kinda. This is what I was gonna show you, so I said I could wait. if you're gonna instead of moving around and doing like that and scrolling and like that, it's such a hassle. There's a much easier way to do it. Instead, you make sure that this one is clicked, the keyboard thing, and then this one, click this one, and then you can move around just like you're in a game with W, A, S, and D, and click the left mouse button and hold it, and then you can move around like so. A lot easier. And you can maneuver around. You can even go up the stairs like so. So that's pretty cool. And jump off. Wee doink. So that's pretty cool. A lot easier to maneuver around. So I'm just gonna find a good pose for her. Or not pose, I meant position. But remember, if you're in this mode, you can't see the gizmo or whatever it's called. So you have to click that again after, so you can move it. Like so. And then we're gonna rotate it a little bit. Like so. And then we're gonna save it. Like so. Save. And boom. Because always remember, I almost forgot to save it, but every time you add a new camera or spotlight or whatever, always save it before you do that. That has a tendency to crash sometimes when you do that, and then you have lost all the work you have done for hours. So just keep that in mind. But anyway, I'm just gonna find a good position for the camera. Base some start up here and try click, and you click apply active viewport, and boom. And the first thing you do when you add a camera is click here and there, headlamp, and there, auto, and off. Always turn off the headlamp, because it doesn't make, I don't like it. It doesn't look good. So, and if it goes dark, like something like if the camera goes dark, sometimes it goes dark like so. Don't worry, just press Control and L and you can turn it off and on. But it won't show in the on the render if you do. That's just visual stuff, visual lighting, so it won't affect anything on that part. So no worries about that. And then we're gonna, it's 69 because 16.9 because I've used that on another render, and I have been using that dirt thing one time before, so I'm not too familiar with it. So I'm just messing around with it, get to know it. I'm just gonna close the window because there's the neighbors. I think the neighbors came home. I don't want them to hear me. That will be some weird. But where was I? Yeah, I've been just bought it here the other day, so I haven't been testing it out a little bit, but I have made our render with it and tested out just a little bit. So and that is this render right here. That's the one only one I've been using it. That's for a visual. It's the same scene I'm using here because this is for a visual novel that I'm making. Current in the work on. I'm working on. I've been working on for a while. Off camera. Yeah. This is just he is in undercover, I should say, because that's why he has fake beard and glasses, and it's kind of the story here is about those people. They robbed a store and they got arrested and they ended up in jail, and he ended up in a sanatorium. He's a little bit weird, so he ended up in a sanatorium, and they managed to escape, and they are kind of on the run. So and they want revenge for the people that got them into the jail. So they want to figure out some stuff. I'm not gonna go too much into the story here. And so she sent him out to and in undercover to answer some questions somewhere, and he found out some important information, and he just delivered it to her, and she is fuming. She's furious about what she just found out. So now she wants a revenge, some kind. That's part of that story in that Renderhub. So that's what I'm working. So yeah, that's what I. So you can see it. Yeah. But anyway, back to this. So yeah, I'm just gonna. What I'm gonna do now is press here and environment. No, general. I'm gonna press have 1920 by 1080, and I'm gonna press 16 by 16, and we'll have it square, and like find a good position for it. And you can do that with the camera as well. So I'm just gonna have it a little bit up. I'm gonna add one more thing after that to this scene. Somewhere in the middle, and then I'm gonna make a look into the camera like so. Boom. And so yeah, so now we're gonna go to that view and that, and find an angle and get the camera. I'm just gonna save it first, like so, and then click the camera. I'm gonna go into depth of field. Give it a little bit of distance here. Find the angle. Click that one. So I have the dot there. Find it there. Have it somewhere in the middle there. Like it lined up with the face, kinda. Oh, what was the wrong one? Like so. I think that's about good. So now, what we're gonna do? As you see the square around here, that's what we're gonna see in the render. All the other stuff outside of that, we can delete. We can remove it, save up some space, or save up some memory, or whatever. So we're gonna delete all that, all the stuff we can see. That's gonna go. So I think we're gonna go. The line is around here at that one and that one. Let's see. So we can. That can go. I think it can go there, and boom, boom. All those can go. And that one can go. And that and that. Let's see. Can you see any of the pipes? We can't, so we can remove all them. There's a lot of stuff we can remove here. So remove that, that, go with the hair. Boom, boom, boom. That dirt we can see. And then all this can go. Maneuver a little bit around here. And this one, I think these two we can remove. I have to click that. No. Can't remember that, but this can go, and cage can go. And that one, that one, that one, and that one can go. That's so far off, I'm not going to use it. There you go. Cleared out a lot of stuff, a lot of junk that we can't see, so that's good. Now we only did the parts that we can see in the render, so that's save up a lot of stuff. So that's a good tip, to remove the stuff that you can't see. So now I'm gonna add a thing here that I want. That's just gonna get it in, and it is this thing. And then I'm gonna add some dirt and stuff to it. Like it looks like she has been using it, like so. As you can see there, it looks like it has been used. I added some dirt and some red stuff to it. So now I'm gonna just position it. I think I'm gonna set it up at the along the wall there. So I just put it down here. So I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna rotate it a little bit like so, and then I think we're gonna get it up close. Get it free there. Get it down to the ground. Pretty much into the ground, that's good. So I'm gonna give it a little, let's see, move it out a little bit, rotate it a little bit, then we can tip it over. Like it's leaning up against the wall, so kind of. I think that's about good there. So now you can just see it in the background there. So I think that's good. And now we're gonna adjust lighting. Well, we've got to get some lights. We're gonna use these. There's 3 of them. We're gonna click there. Sources, emissive, and the bulb, and emissive. There. And then click here. It's on wet, and you've got a KCD M2 thing. I'm gonna give it that. And then 8,000-ish. I've used that before, so I think that's about good. And a slightly blue tint. Not too much, just a little bit. I think that's good. You can have it on default. So I think that's good. So let's see with that, and we're gonna go with the other one. There's two more. This one. Same thing. There. 8,000. And this one. KCMD2. 8,000. Just gonna check if I did that. Yeah, I did. So there you go. I think that's about it. I'm just gonna check real quick in the iReview. Just a little much. Yeah, I think that's good. I'm not gonna have it the backlighting in the main room too much, but I'm gonna light up the character a little bit, so I'm gonna give I don't know extra light there. So I think I'm not gonna. I don't want too much light. That's one look. So I think I'm happy with that. It's gonna a little bit. Yeah. So that's good. Then I'm gonna check if first I almost forgot to check if the feet are in the ground. I think we're gonna have her up, get her up a little bit. Like that. See the camera, if that affected anything. Yeah, that's good. And then we're gonna add spotlight. Save it. And in case you didn't know, you save it as you click File, Save As, Scene, and then will pop up a window. You're gonna give it a name, and boom, it will find the it will save it, and you find it under My Documents and whatnot. You know that. I guess you already know. But now we can add a spotlight. There, we click that button right here, or you can just create and spotlight and apply active viewport transform and accept. Boom. And then we're gonna have it clicked, and click here and there, spotlight, and there. It's a fly on the screen, get away. Get it a little bit closer, something like that. There you go. And then we're gonna click light, render emitter, take that off, and light geometry and rectangle. And then I'm gonna go with height. That's gonna go with 200, and width 100 always works. And then I have played around with it on another render, the one that I showed you, and then there I gave it like the temperature is default. I think it was 70,000. So I'm gonna start with that and see how that works. I'm just gonna give that a little bit of grayish tint. No, bluish moment. Slightly, not too much. And then we're gonna see in the iRay if it's how it looks. First without, and then we're gonna take it on and see how it looks on with it on. Boom. Just let it think a little bit. Maybe a little too bright. Let's go 55,000. See how that looks. Let's go 60. I think that's good. I think I am happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. You can see that in the background. Looks like she has been out on a mission, just get home. She's pretty beaten up. And yeah, I like it. Let's get out of iRay view. Always when I press render, I always do it like this. Oh, not in the iRay view. I just learned it better to do it that way. So I think we are about done with this. Always something you have to check. Almost forgot. I got to change something here. Something I might not. I'm just gonna change something on the private areas, or not something I can't say. Maybe, I don't know. Just in case. You might notice it. And of course I'm gonna remove the underwear that I used just to cover up her private areas. But, and yeah, I've done it in my changes, and I have removed my I put them on. I said I'll remove them, but I'm not going to do that yet. But I'm going to do some changes here. You see it bulking out. I'm going to make it a little bit more natural. So I'm going to select the upper one here. Then we're going to go to create. No, edit, object, geometry, or edit, object, geometry, and add smoothing modifier, because it doesn't have that. So I didn't want to do that, so that's a little bit of a pity, but name is booting, but I think I got it, added it. So now I'm just gonna give it a little bit. Let's see, 10%. Let it work. And there you can see it smoothed it out a little bit. You can see the difference from there to there. Maybe even more. 13. I see it poking through there, but we can fix that in the. We can fix that in. You won't see the back, but we can fix that in post work thing. So now I'm just gonna remove the bra and fix that, so we are golden. And there you go. I forgot what I was doing, but I think I am about happy with the results I have been working on now. So I think I am about just gonna pop that in there, ready to move that up where it belongs. There. Ready to render it out. So I think I'm happy with the results. We're gonna do some post work after I'm done, or I am gonna, but I think I'm gonna do that in separate video on how I do the post work, so I'm gonna make a separate video out of that, so you can see what I'm working on and how I do it. So because I have my way of doing it, so I'm gonna make a separate video of that. But anyway, I think we're gonna render it out, and it's, for me, it will take a little bit of time, so I'm gonna take a break while it's rendering out, but I will speed it up for you so you won't see the whole thing. So I will catch up to you guys once it is about done rendering, and we will of course ramp it up there and see the results. So catch you in a while, or in a flash for you guys. Why is that there? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know what that was for, but anyway, let's see. Boom. Render it out. There you see? It's rendering out, so yeah, see you in a while. All right, we are just about done. It's at 98%, and I think I'm just gonna stop it there. It just took about 1 hour and 9 minutes, but it could have maybe gone a little bit faster because I've been doing other stuff on my computer in the meantime, so that might have slowed things down a little. I don't know, but yeah. It's starting to look good. I have been checking it a little bit, so it's starting to look good. So I'm gonna stop here. So I'm gonna press cancel, and there it is. I'm just gonna save it, and we will see the final render, and we will ramp it up there. And boom, there it is, the final render. It's the original one though. It's not, I haven't done any post work or anything, so it's the original version without any post work. So this is the final render. It's starting to look good. I'm just gonna do some minor changes. I'm gonna do some post work, change a little bit there and there, and yeah, do some effects that I usually do on my after I've done rendering. So but that I'm gonna do that show that in a separate video. But yeah, that was it. That was a render from start to finish. So I'm pretty happy with the results. So I hope you enjoyed this video. it was fun. It took a while, but because of the render time and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know how often I will be making these kind of videos. It depends on how you like them and if you find it interesting and all that. But I will be making it from time to time. I don't know how often, as I said, because yeah, sometimes from time to time when I feel like it, I should say, and I have the time, because I'm busy with work and weekdays, and so I don't have a whole lot of time. So I have to. Usually I make, and when I get home from work, I'm super tired usually, so I don't have the energy to do it. So I have to use the weekends to do that, and I'm not. Usually I have other stuff to do in weekends, so but I'll get some. I get a window to make it. So I usually find some time to get it done in the evenings and whatnot. So yeah. So but anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. It was fun. So I will see you in the next one, I guess. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, press that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe if you like. And if you have some tips, tricks, comments, all that stuff that I didn't, something I forgot or whatever, post that down below in the comment section. And if you want to watch all the other videos that I have made in the history of humankind, you will find everything that you need to know about on my YouTube profile down in the description or on the screen here in a second. So with that being said, I will see you good folks in the next video. Take care of each other, be safe, and bye bye. Peace out.